Bashers, not wearing a watch. Speedy Tuesday. Here we go. Hey, everybody. It's Dirk. It is Tuesday, January 21st, the day after yesterday, or as we call it, Black Tuesday. for some of us, but we'll have to wait and see. But so far, it's been nothing but a shit show. Hope you guys are all well. Did you have a good weekend? Thanks for everybody coming in. Sunday Mass, really good show. Had a fun weekend getting my act together, getting some stuff done for Rose, trying to do the right thing, trying to practice what we preach. How are you all doing? Let's see who's in the room. It started off with Dave Fahrenheit 451. Oh my God. He says, congratulations to whomever that hath received the first pole position. Well, that would be you. But number two, they call him Scotty. It's not Scotty Love. It's Scotty H. Lord H. Lord H gets a song of the day. I have a new one that I'm working on. Now that I've been back and shaking the rust off, singing metal for my German friend, Marcus Pfeffer, who's brilliant. Guy's like a jazz, rock, metal, fusion guitar player from Germany. Wonderful, lovely guy. So prolific in, oh man, this guy puts like 3 records a year. He's in 3 bands, and then he's got this side project called Barnabas Sky, and I've got 2 numbers on this one. And he's got like Joe Lynn Turner and Dan Reed and Danny Vaughan from Czech, all these luminaries from the metal world. And I'm just honored that he asked me to begin with. And I love writing with him. Basically, he sends me a bunch of music and just says, what can you put to it? So it's great. He gives you free reign, and you can edit the tune. Like if, this needs to be longer, this needs to be shorter. Anyway, so I've been singing all weekend, trying to get that done. Track sent off, all ready to go. 2 numbers in the can. And I'm very excited about that. Scotty H, you're going to be getting the bash of the day. Thank your good friend, Dave Fahrenheit 451, for bequeathing it unto you, because he's that kind of guy. Julian, our Renaissance man, says, you can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. That's who said that? Did W.C. Field say that? No, P.T. Barnum said that, right? P.T. I tried to watch The Greatest Showman the other night because I know a lot of people think very highly of that film. And, I'm kind of a cinema snob. I mean, I like most stuff, but I'm not into crash, boom, bang and stuff. And I do like a good musical if it's well done. I didn't think this was well done. I thought the tunes were horrific. I got about 20 minutes in, and it was just so bleh. Didn't dig it. And there was auto-tune all over the vocals. Stop doing that. Can you stop auto-tuning, everybody? And I just say auto-tune when I mean pitch corrections. I sound like the what is the guy, the unicorn YouTube channel, where all he does is show people using auto-tune. It's everybody now. It's just about everybody. They put it on Adele's album. Come on. She doesn't need that. Juby Coffee, Joe LaFar Glass. Thank you, boys. Loving it. Loving this Guatemala blend. Look at the crema on that, my friend. Look, can you believe that? Absolutely great. I gave myself a manicure, right? Came out pretty good. Did a nice job. I don't like to go to the place and feel like a mook and get my I always feel bad doing that. Some people have no problems with it. I'm surrounded by ladies, and I'm always like, hi. Oh, hey. I don't dig it, so I do it myself. I do a pretty good job. But extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Yeah, well, that's not true anymore. Look at us. Here we are on the crossroads of forever. Yeah, it's just nobody. People only believe the fake stuff, and nobody believes concrete proof anymore. What kind of world do we live in now? I mean, the stuff that's going on here now with, pardon you, I pardon you, I pardon you, I pardon you, I pardon you. What movie is that from? That's a great one. I think it was pretty much the debut of that actor in a very, very big film. One of the greatest films I've ever seen in my entire life. And certainly, probably one of the greatest films ever made. If you know, I pardon you, I pardon you, I pardon you. One of the most sinister characters in the history of cinema, if anybody knows. If it takes a little myth and ritual to get us through a night that seems endless, who among us cannot sympathize and understand? Beautiful. Thank you, dear Julian. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Speedy, look at it. I put it on my default hand. Look at this, because I wear my watch on my right hand because I'm a left-handed person. That's a left-handed compliment. I do it that way so you can see it. My Speedy Reduced. Today we're going to talk about the Holy Grail, the 3760822. Trying to do the math. It's the old serial number, so I'm bad with those because those are arbitrary nonsense. The new ones actually make sense. It has to do with the material, the dial, the movement, the strap. It's actually, once you crack the secret on it, you can pretty much figure them all out. It's ridiculously long and stupid, but it makes actual sense. But yeah, that's a watch that basically it's a Speedy automatic, and languished around forever and ever and ever, and then all of a sudden became hot, and everybody wanted it. And now you can't get them for less than 25 grand. Crazy, and it's basically, it's in the Speedy, the Speedmaster automatic range. More complicated, yes, but very interesting watch. We'll look at it. We'll see what it's all about. Does anybody have one? Has anybody thought about getting one? Did anybody buy one back in the day when they were so cheap? And then you could have bought them for like $600, $700, like years ago. They were just, nobody wanted them. Nobody cared. Then I actually don't know the main reason why it exploded the way it did, but it did. Kevin Landon, number 5 today. Hope all is well with Dirk and the Bash. There's no work, so I'll be live for the Bash. Great to have you in the room, dearest Kevin. Great to see you in the room as always. How are you, baby? Ray, my Holy Grail watch, or as I call it, my exit watch. You're going to be buried in that one? You're going to be buried at sea? Let me ask you a question. I don't know how old everybody is, but because of the YouTube algorithm, I can look on my studio and get an average of how old my audience is, how old the bashers are. Generally, our bashers are, slightly middle-aged people. I don't have a lot of youth. I don't have a lot of older spokespeople, but it's mostly like in the 38 to 68, 70 range for folks. That's the main thing. If you're on the other side or the other side, thank you very much for being there. We think about stuff like that. Like, I have a deal. We have an exit plan. My exit plan is I don't believe in putting people in the ground anymore. I think we're running out of space. Too many people. There's never supposed to be this many people, right? Cremation, and half of my ashes go in Killala Bay in Sligo, Ireland, and the other half go in the Adriatic, the birthplace of my family and my clan, and the place I love best, the Adriatic Sea, which I just think is one of the most magnificent places in the world. You're going to be buried in a watch. I also think it's kind of crazy to bury somebody with a watch. Leave it to somebody who will love it and treasure it and remember you forever, Do that. Jewelry. Oh, it was her favorite 20-carat diamond ring. Crazy. Andrew Ogledge with Canadian 5 balloons. I'll be working till 5:30. Be kind to yourself. Be good to yourself and to others. Upvote and subscribe, everyone. Super Chat gong, as we always give Andrew Ogledge because he owns it. It's his gong. We miss you already, Andrew. Andrew said, "Oh, Andrew's here. How are you here?" The Tudor P01 has a cool look. Yeah, it's a gorgeous look. Look at it. I mean, usually we'll do that on Wednesday, but since Ray, we give Ray anything he wants. I know it does. Thank you, Andrew. Ray says the Wizard of Oz came on today. I shaved and cleaned Kathleen's apartment. You shaved her apartment? Head to toe cleaning during it, and followed by the Jungle Book. Too chill. All classics can't beat. You can't beat the great movies. The Wizard of Oz is one of the biggest masterpieces of all time. Dean says, slide it in. R.I.P. John Sykes. I didn't know whether or not anybody be even remotely interested in such a thing as Mr. Sykes, but I have him ready to go. This guy, man. People don't. Here I go again on my. He didn't write that, but his hit is the version of that. But he wrote "Slide It In." He wrote "Down, Slow and Easy," "In the Thrill of the Night," "Still of the Night." He wrote "Is This Love?" All of those videos that you saw, Whitesnake. do when they came back, because David Coverdale, the singer and the leader of Whitesnake, is from Deep Purple, third singer in Deep Purple, Mark III. He went on to create a solo project called Whitesnake, and it exploded. It did very well as a blues-based band in the UK and Europe and Japan, but they exploded in the 80s here in the United States of America when they took on a more glam pop metal hard rock persona. The irony of the thing is that right when they made this unbelievable record that sold something like 25 million copies, he and the singer had a falling out. So whenever you see any of those videos, he's not in them because he had been fired unceremoniously from the band. Him and David Coverdale, whom I've met and who is a super duper nice guy, but I've never worked with him, so that could change the dynamic entirely. This guy, what a gifted player. I mean, Dean, look at that. Emmett has one of these guitars. He has a black custom Les Paul. This guy was such a singular player, when it comes to musicians, like especially if you're in the rock world, we all absolutely adored John Sykes. And he went on to have a couple of things afterwards. He had a band called what was in it? But there was a 3-piece, Carmine Appice, and I can't remember the name. Their single was King of Kings, I think. I forget the name of the band off the top of my head. Didn't do very well, but this guy's been ill with cancer for years and nobody knew about it, and he passed away yesterday. And R.I.P. Mr. John Sykes. Thank you so much for the amazing records you did with Whitesnake, and you never got your due glory. You should have been out there front and center. And he's a beautiful guy. He would have looked great in one of those expensive music videos that they did. They did these absolutely absurd $1 million videos with production and stuff. And he wrote them all, and he just never got to do. R.I.P. John Sykes. I'm with you on that, Dino, for sure. Oh, that hasn't reached the pole position. Okay, I love that. Okay, now it makes sense to me. Well, Scotty H definitely has. Julian has, right? Daniel Gutierrez has. Give me a shout out in the room. I mean, I could do the math and go look on the thing, but whom amongst you has never gotten to the top of the pole position? And then we'll take care of it. Thank you for clarifying that. You are a legendary guy. Hiteshi, hello. It's Speedy Tuesday, Bastardos. Great to see you, Hitesh. How are you? Did you get your CDs yet? Did they arrive yet? Did I give you tracking? I hope I did. If I didn't, I'll get you tracking, because that was like, I don't know, a week and a half ago to Canada. Come on. I mean, listen, if you guys were only the 51st state, it would have only cost me like, $4 to send those. But Mike Allen is in the room. Hey, folks, happy Tuesday. Be good to yourself. You're the best, man. You're always such a positive ray of sunshine, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike Allen. You make me smile. Every time I see your picture, it makes me smile. Thank you, buddy. And Mart, upvote everyone at Dean. We seem to be losing all the great guitarists over the last few years. John Sykes as well. Yeah, man, can I just say how pleased as punch I am at the internet and all social media recognizing what a tragic loss that is. When Eric Carmen died, you heard almost nothing about it. And Eric Carmen is one of my biggest influences as far as songwriting and singing. From the Raspberries, he wrote All By Myself. He wrote Go All the Way, all these incredible songs. Raspberries, one of my favorite group of all time. And when he passed away, people didn't make a big deal out of it, and I just couldn't believe it. But John Sykes is really getting some great send-offs, and I really appreciate it, because I always felt that guy was so undervalued, and people just can't get along, I guess. The beautiful Melly C is here. Hey, girl, what's up? It's Melly C. Good day, Dirk, and all the Bashers. She's a Kiss fan. Do I have my Paul doll? I do. This is my original. I think I've showed you this, right? Paul's doing a little off the shoulder number right now. Let me fix his costume. I don't know if I can. Actually, this is my Paul Stanley doll from 1978. I got this in 1978. Look at those boots. I got to do a repair on him. He's not broken. I think I just got to snap him back in. I think this was by Miko. It was Migo. So what I did was I put the little blonde streak in his hair, because that's what he wore on the Destroyer tour, and I thought Paul looked the coolest when he did that. It's the only one I ever had. And I gotta say, Paul Stanley was always my favorite member of Kiss, because I think he is a genius, and I love him. Happy birthday to you yesterday, Mr. Paul Starchild. Hold on, we go. I don't know if he's watching the show. He might be. I met him a couple times. He was really nice. Happy birthday, Starchild. We love you. Yeah, if it wasn't for Kiss, I never would have got into rock. Never, ever, ever. Ray says, my rocket is bigger than yours, Jesse, says Elon. Did you see him with his Zig Heil yesterday? Did anybody see that? Let me go pull that up. I just want to listen, no judgments here. Just want to get people's opinions. See what you think of this. I want to know what the bashers think. I want to know because I don't really hang around on Facebook anymore because people are way too cooped out with politics. But they're not going to show you. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. What do you think of this? And he did this first. He did this, and then he did that. He did this, and then he did that. What do you make? What does anybody make of that? It's not like he got caught in that. He did the full-on Nazi salute. Full on. What do you make of that? Listen, I try to be fair on this show. I do. Like I said about the election, I said the American people have spoken. I disagree, but I think that it is what it is. Why did he do that? I mean, that's intentional. That there's no way anybody could say they're calling it the Roman salute. There is. So I did a deep dive so you don't have to. And the truth of the matter is that did not exist until America in 1860. And it had nothing to do with any of that. And then, of course, it took on the Italian and the fascists and the Nazis and all that stuff happened then. So that's a modern thing, that whole this and then that. What do you guys think? What do the bashers think about that? I'm just curious. Let me know. We could talk about it in the chat. No judgments here. Just asking for everyone. Mr. Joe LaFaro, good evening all. Great to see you. Calls are out, my friend. The call is out. I left a voicemail and an email. You know what I'm talking about. Stevie Mack is here. Hi, everyone. Great to see you, buddy. How are you? Oh, man. I can't wait to show you some shots, man. I can't wait to show you some shots. I got an update on Drew B's latest, his beautiful kitty that he rescued and had to, unfortunately, this cat was injured and had to have its rear leg amputated. And him and his family are doing the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world and taking care of this beautiful kitty cat. I want to know, what did you name it and all that stuff, so we can make him a part of the Basher family, because I don't even know, is it he or she? Just absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful human beings taking care of a beautiful human being. Thank you, Drew B. You're the best. Carolyn Martin says, Speedy Tuesday, have mine on. Enjoying how beautiful it is. Yeah, you have more than one, though. I know she has an 861 with 1450 on 808 and links. She's got one of the best ones ever. That's a great watch to have. It's got history. It's really been to space. Everybody should be wearing one. If you're not, wear whatever you want today. It's your show. I just host it today. Congratulations, Carolyn. We'll make a big deal out of that later on. Carolyn Martin wants to know if your package arrived yet. Yeah, all the merch. I got a bunch of emails. Logan Hall, anybody who was in line to win merch, or if you purchased those the pens and all that stuff. I just want, please let me know, just so I could share it with the world, because it was a contest, and it's a reward for you guys being so great and being so great to me and the show and all that stuff, and just being a part of this community. So if you got one of our great long sleeve t-shirts, or one of the pullovers, or the hoodies, and any of the water bottles, I know like Hitesh sent me and Logan Holt sent me a picture, and I said, hey man, if you can send me a picture, I'd love to show it. Great. Carolyn Martin just sent me a picture of her Speedy, and Fergal is here. Man, Ush and I were talking about how much we both want Chris Ward. You did it, man. You did it. You did it in a minute. You really turned a bunch of guys into and gals into Chris Ward fans. You are the guy. They owe you a debt of gratitude, my friend, because it's a They make great watches, man, and they're beautiful. Dave Fahrenheit 451 believes it was Benjamin Franklin. Well, he invented everything else, right? I wouldn't have the lights on right now if it was. How long do you think it would have taken for electricity to have happened if it wasn't for Ben Franklin? Like who would have put two and two together later on, you know? So great. So great. Hey, Vasilios is here from Greece. Yasu, my friend, good evening to all. Great to see you in the room. Andy M, good evening, kind Sarah. Wishing you and yours only good things. Only good things, man. That's a great one. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. I love that you said that, Andy. Hold on, ready? Only good things. Hold on. I can't spell. Here we go. Boom. Only good things. How about that? Thank you for that. You know, if you have an adage that you like and it resonates with the rest of us, let me know. I think it's really great. Only good things, my friend. Only good things. Speaking of only good things, our friend Kevin Hawthorne, his videos we watched the other day. Thank you so much. I watched them in their entirety. They were a little long for the show, but thank you so much. Kevin, you are an incredible guy, a guy with savant knowledge who helps out all these people in the middle of nowhere. And Ray nailed it right away. Schindler's List. I pardon you. I pardon you. I pardon you. Amen Goth. Absolutely. Wasn't that, oh God. When I think about Ray Fiennes and his body of work is so extraordinary, and you know, he doesn't get, and he's probably not going to win this year too. And like I told you, I thought Conclave was the best actual film, an actual film without a, you know, bing, bang, boom, smash, you know, guns and all that stuff. It was an actual film with a story and brilliant acting. I mean, John Lithgow, Stanley Tucci, Ray Fiennes, Isabella Rossellini. She was great. She had such a small part, but it was so impactful. Who doesn't love Isabella Rossellini? And her partner just died, David Lynch. I believe that they might have even have children together. I know they were together for quite a while. Blue Velvet. They called it Blue Velvet. The beautiful Sharon is here. You have a little square, a little rectangle. Hi, darling. Great to see you in the room. Dave Fahrenheit 451. Are you sure Omega doesn't use serial numbers rather than model numbers? They look like them. There's a chart, you know, it's not some fucking party trick savant talent I possess no savantism. I wish I had some modicum of that. No, it's a chart. It's very easy. It's just after each dot refers to like it's what it's made out of, what its model is, what dial color, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and a whole bunch of things. If it's on leather, if it's precious metal, if it's got a meteorite dial, there's all of one of those things have a number. And if you get to know all those things after a while, you can just go, oh, that's the 31130.10.10.01.001. You can figure that out later on, you know. Kevin Landon, all is well. Great to hear that in the room. Dean says 90. What's 90, Dean? Tell me what that means. 90. I'm curious what that means. What are you giving me all these numbers for? 90. Do you know how many degrees it is in New York City right now? 11. So what is that in Celsius? Because I don't know. Minus something, minus 11, minus 15. It's terrible. Fergal says, hi, Kevin, and thank you for everything you do. Kevin's great, man. We love him. He's so great. Amazing. We love him. He's such a joy. 47. What are you guys doing? Oh, Dean says my ashes are going to be smoked. Well, that's great. Who are you going to make smoke them, though? Is it going to be a trick? I love it. Ray. I don't know how I did that, but I was just going to hit something. I don't know where I went. Anyway, my ashes is going to be smoked. Who are you going to get to smoke them? Boom. Amazing. Ray says, how did I do that? Ray, I'd like to be buried up to my bolo in what? Well, after death, you can go back to drinking and smoking, right? Melly C says, no package yet, Carolyn. The post is very slow here in my neck of the woods. Dave Fahrenheit 451 says, Mr. Katz threw off the average. Oh, you guys are talking about your ages. Oh, okay, great. Okay, so now I know that Vasilios is 47 and Dean is 90. You don't look a day over 85, Dean. Not a day over that, Mr. Katz. He gets around pretty well, I think, Mr. Katz. I think he does. He's always up for the adventure. Isn't that? Don't you want to be up for the? I hope there's never a time where I'm not up to the adventure. Now I have to say, in my 50s, I'm way more up for the adventure than I was in my youth, because maybe I traveled a lot and I did a lot of stuff. However, now I just feel like I'm gonna miss stuff, you know. Yeah. Yep. Indeed. Dean, he played with Thin Lizzy. He did play with Thin Lizzy for a short spell. Didn't he do that? He did indeed. Definitely did indeed. Dirk, king of old farts. Yeah, I know. I'm an old fart. It's true. Carolyn Martin says, Melly C, just checking. Okay, great. Okay, I love these little things you're doing today, Sharon. That's fantastic. No CD. Wait a second. I thought you got the water bottle. Didn't you send a picture of the water bottle? I thought that you did. I will double check on that, because everything's out. Everything's out, and everything's got tracking, so we're good. You know. Yeah. Carolyn Martin says, "Ugh, your package went out 2 weeks ago." Yeah. Listen, Bashers, you're getting stuff. I don't know. I know Canada's probably got a backlog of mail. That's for sure. But listen, like I was joking around earlier about the 51st state and all that stuff, but my God, that shouldn't take that long, especially, but they charge a lot of money because it's international. No, it's not. It's the 51st state. Come on. Looking at Elon's suit, I think he was blocking a bullet. Listen, I'm sorry, there is no rhyme or reason for anybody to tell me it's not. And I know I just saw the email, so you are incorrect, sir. That was intentional. And if you don't think it is, then I have a fucking gallon of Kool-Aid for you. But I would give it to you, but you already drank it. Carefully edited footage of Elon. If you watch the whole video, it's definitely out of context and distorted. It's not. I watched the whole thing live. No more excuses, people. It's enough. He did that on purpose. It's there. People people are wondering whether or not that guy killed the person from the insurance company. We watched him do it. It wasn't him. Enough. Thanks, Carolyn Martin. I'll look for outfit. Did you get Basher of the Day forwarded to you? Did you get a Basher of the Day? She gets Bashers of the Day every day. She's my Basher of the Year. RP 1960. Elon's made the same gesture at previous rallies. He knows what he's demonstrating. Oh, yeah, he does. No, it's totally. Listen, stop. Why are people making excuses for that stuff? I guess it was cool that he pardoned all the. Everybody's joking about President Biden, ex-President Biden preemptively pardoning every member of his family, because then he knows that administration is going to come after him immediately. Of course he's going to do that. He just pardoned all of those people. And I know one of them, by the way. One of the guys that got arrested and is probably out of jail this afternoon. And he's a complete lunatic maniac, and all those people. All of those people. Wow. Listen, I don't disagree with a lot of the left, and I don't disagree with a lot of the right. But if you're an extreme left person and you're an extreme right person, you need to find a doctor. You need to find the antidote, because it's just ridiculous at this point. Hitesh C says, thank you very much. We need more centrists in the world. We need more rational people. If you're in a cult, find a way to find somebody who loves you to help get you out of it. Love Isabella. Who doesn't love Isabella Rossellini? She's just, her accent, the way she speaks, she sounds like her mother with an Italian accent. Her mother was the incredible Ingrid Bergman. It's amazing. Speaking of Rafe Fiennes, if you haven't seen Sunshine, please do. I haven't seen Sunshine, but I will check it out. I think I've seen most of his work, or I hope I have, because I just think he's brilliant, and I just think he never gets anywhere. I really don't. I forget, Dirk, your short-term memory. I do suffer from that. Average age of the Bashers on the channel. It doesn't tell you who the average age is. Oh, you're catching up with me now. Duh! I'm catching up with the chats, Melly C says, I identify as a 35-year-old person. Actually, a 40-year-old person, because I've been 40 since I was 10. So it doesn't really matter. Side eye emoji is from Canada, being the 51st state was mentioned. That's hilarious. And Fergal says, thanks, Dirk. I do what I can to spread the word on Chris Ward. Personally, I prefer the older Chris Wards when Chris Ward himself was in the company, but some beauties. The aesthetic is still beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. And the Musk salute reminds you of Dr. Strangelove. Listen, man, at the end of the day, I'm tired of people defending things that are wrong. Just if it's wrong, it's wrong. You don't have to defend it. And even if like you're already dug a hole that's really deep and you're so entrenched in whatever thing it is, knock some of that dirt back in so you can climb back out. How's that for a thing? Because listen, you see it live. No, that didn't happen. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Mart says, you're as old as you feel. Yeah, I feel 40. Is that fair? I feel 40. Anyway, let's go take a look at this watch. So we're all caught up on who's here. Now let's go look at this beautiful watch. I don't care about the author, but let's go take a look at this watch. Does anybody know about this? Speedy Tuesday, my friends. The Omega Speedmaster Automatic 3760822, the Holy Grail. This is a great site. It's an introduction to this watch, and I'll get you the picture of it because it's just, let's get a great shot of this thing. Beautiful. It's a Speedy automatic, man, with a calendar, chronograph, small seconds, got all this stuff. It's GMT. It's unbelievable. It's got everything going on. Absolutely everything going on. And here's the different versions of it. Different dials, different iterations. If you look at them really closely, of course, this doesn't have a bracelet on it, but this one I believe is a 1479 and a 1450. Then there's the bigger crown guards. Then there's the smaller crown guards. This one's got the gigantic crown on it. There's several different, and now they're called, these are the different books where people talk about them and where you can see them. Moonwatch Only, which by the way, Moonwatch Only is a great book, but there's a lot of mistakes. And any of you Speedmaster aficionados will know out there that there is a ton of boo-boos in that book. And I just, you look the other way because the rest of it's pretty cool. So the brief heritage on this thing is that it is a flight qualified NASA watch. That is for sure. And it was kicking around forever and ever and ever. And no one was paying any attention to it whatsoever. And that's the crazy thing about it. And then it just exploded and everybody wanted it. And now it's going in auction. It's going to be worth a ton more money, later on. But let me just let me get a nice shot of this thing so you can, oh, look at this thing. It's gorgeous, right? Let me get this out of my way so you guys can really take a look at this thing. Can I blow this up? I can. Make sure you're looking at this thing. You're as old as you feel. Yeah. Let me get these super chats away. Sharon, Canadian 13.99 hearts and love. Yeah, we love you, honey. Thank you so much. Very sweet of you. Very, very kind of you. Let's give you something. I need to get I know what I'm gonna do. Because you're a Zen queen. I'm gonna give you Gone Woman 3. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. And we also have Mr. Beautiful Jim Lassick. Hi, Jim. Great to see you. Cheers, Dirk and friends. Sorry to bring the Bashers average up. 65, just a number, right? Yeah. Well, if I looked like you, if I looked at you at my age, my God, you are, as we say in Ireland, a ride. This guy is just one of them. So handsome, is such in great shape, and we love him. Mr. Jim Lassick, we love him. You have no excuses, man. You look amazing. Incredible. Super Jack Gong 2. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, kind sir. So here's this. I'm going to take the banner off so you guys can have a better look at this thing right now. Who cares, right? Who cares? This beautiful thing. It's absolutely gorgeous, right? So this thing was There's 3 different bezels. There's 3 different bracelets. There's 4 different kinds of end links. There's 2 different cases, 2 different crystal types. The crown and pushers are different on 2 different models. There's 5 dial types, 2 sets of men. That's why there's such a gamut of this Holy Grail watch and what they're worth. But thankfully, there's only one Lamania-based movement. 3 different types of chrono hands. There's the little airplane thing. It's absolutely crazy. It started, it was 30 years ago. The average price right now is $48,000 or almost 30,000 pounds, which is a crazy thing to think about. It was a flight qualified watch by NASA for all moon missions, and up to 1987, they were all manual winds until they came out with the reduced and all that stuff. And so this particular watch was in existence for the better part of 18 years. The ones that are in the most demand for some crazy reason are the middle period, especially the 87 to 88. Those are the unnumbered series. Approximately 1,800 of these watches were made. And that's the reference 376.0822 with a caliber Omega calendar 1045. Chuck Maddox was probably the most famous guy who collected it in February 1999. He's maybe the guy that blew this out of proportion and made everybody want this watch. He was considered probably the leading expert on moon watches, especially he knew everything about the 1045. And his analysis on it was that those 2 years were the best interpretations of the watch, even though the movement was the same the whole time. There's so many different versions of the bezel, but one of the ones that's really interesting is on 2 different versions. Let me see if I can get this picture. I think it's pretty cool. It's down here somewhere. Yeah, look at this guy right here. Look at that. Isn't that nuts? There's a serifed 7 on the 70, and that's never been found before, and that's on the 1988 model. And they're saying that there's only about 100 of these models that were ever produced, and the other ones are considered correct, and these are considered incorrect, which makes them worth more money, which is really cool. If you're a Speedy fan, you don't care about that. Well, you do and you don't. But it's really very interesting how, listen, back in the day, and this is true of just about every brand, other people made dials, other people made hands, now everything's in-house, which is mostly a load of bollocks. But, because if you own a company like Swatch owns Omega, therefore, do the math. Then we have like the incredible, let me get to the bracelets. Come on, get out of the zoom. Get out of the zoom. Here we go. Now, this is very, very cool. And this is right up our street, right? This is right up everybody's street. Great. Can I blow this up bigger? I can't really. Without you seeing the full field of vision, which I really want you guys to see. So, what do we have here? We've got 3 different variations. We've got a 1450. We all know that from most of the 861s. We've got the 1479 bracelet, which is what's on my wrist right now with my clasp, and the 1171 bracelet, which is very Rolexy. Incredible. The only difference is, of course, that the 1479 has to have 512s, which mine has. I'm pretty sure mine, right? Let me take a look. I think mine are 512s. Are they? No. I have 811s on there. Who knows how that all works out, my friends? It's incredible. But the most popular one, the one that you would find mostly on that watch was either the 1450 or the 1479. You very rarely, there's supposedly only 60 specimens of the 1171 bracelet, which is crazy. And then if you want to take a look at the end link action, I'll slide this down here. This is all for the watch nerds. It's Speedy Tuesday, right? Now, 808 end links to the Holy Grail of Speedmaster end links. We all know that. You find that on the 861 and on the earlier 861s. Freaking amazing, right? I mean, that's only on the bigger watches, but actually, this is the same size. I shouldn't even say that. Then there's the case difference. Let's take a look at that. There's 2 different cases. Now, these were made by Mr. Spielman. Charles Spielmann, and the same guy who did the cases for Daytona. That's how they did it back in the day, which is incredible. You know, they're saying here it was postulated that in the case that there were two versions. There were two versions. The one was like a millimeter thicker. That's for sure. Crown and pushers. This is a really great section. Love, you know me, I love a big crown. The big crown is only found on the 87 and the 88 models. And here's the different. That's on the left, and that's on the right. Look at that. See that? Now mine on my automatic, I definitely have the guys on the right here. That's what I've got here, and that's on the Holy Grail. So there's differences. Crystals, of course, Hesselite. You know, there's two different types of polymers that they use, but at the end of the day, most of them didn't survive. This is the most interesting part of the whole shebang, in my humble opinion, is this crap, which is the dials. And now the dial action here is crazy. How many people, different companies were printing them. Mostly they were done by Zinger, you know, and all of the original ones were by Zinger, and then some of the new service styles were considered the wedges, and they're very, very matte in comparison to the original factory ones, you know, and the usual Speedmaster, you know, very thin loom plots. And then there's a version, I hope it's here, with the sloppy loom on it. Oh, yeah, here it is. Look at this, the sloppy print. Now, that's the classic one that you get. But here's the two different variants. You get the a more kind of rollerball style 2, and then on the non-wedge 2, you get this kind of more rounded one. And then you get two different versions here. You get the nice prints, and then you get a very sloppy print. Now, I have to say that I think my automatic I would consider it a sloppy print, because it's not perfectly symmetrical. I've seen tons of sloppy print on Speedmasters. That's kind of why we love them. It almost makes them feel different. But now here's a service dial, which is a really, really great with the day-night indicator, which is only available on that particular version that we talked about a minute ago. Hands were all made by Zinger as well. So look at that. The original hour hands are longer by 25% and 25% broader. It's crazy how they changed this. One model changed so much, and this guy figured it all out and just decided to make them hot, 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 hot. Short loom versus long loom. How interesting is this stuff? How interesting is it to you? I can never tell. I'm just such a nerd that I think if you love Speedmasters, you love this stuff. I mean, I would love one of these watches, but unless I found them in a garage sale under a box of tomatoes, I'm never going to get it. But, you know, here's the real key to the story. It's the movement, you know, which is, you know, it's a Lemania 1500 that, you know, had, I think, beryllium copper alloys added to it and stuff like that, which became the Omega 1045. Here's a great look at Omega just at the very tail end of making their movements look super cool. They still look great, but I just love it with this anodization of you know, variations of different alloys to give it that reddish goldish hue. You know, Delrin, which we all know that Delrin's been taken out of all the Speedmasters, but you know, it's self-lubricating. It's kind of a cool thing. And then this nerd gives you all the movement numerals, which I think is fantastic. You know, and then this is here. How about this crazy shit, right? Here it is in gold. And look who signed it. Somebody went to get its provenance. Got an extract from the archives. Bracelet not mentioned because he doesn't have one. Imagine what it would be worth. Incredible. Look at this, totally different, whole different shebang of stuff. 200 pieces for the Italian market only. Mr. Eichelman. And here's the values right now. Poor condition, good condition, excellent condition. And then the different bracelets. The 1171 is only 500, 1479, 1,000. Hey! Look at that. The 1479 and the 1450 are worth the same amount of money. Isn't that crazy town? You love Drew, you love the 1479? I love it too. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't at all. No. I mean, no. 39 millimeter watch. So no. I love this bracelet. I've said it a million times. It's the silkiest, satiniest thing on the skin. It is, listen, it's I have an oyster bracelet, and you know what? This is way silkier. I have never put on a president bracelet. I've never put on a day date. And I know everybody loves those watches. I know they're gorgeous. And I do think that they're beautiful too, but I've never even had the opportunity to try one on. I would like to. I've heard that out of all the bracelets, the Jubilee and Carolyn Martin just got herself a Grail piece. We saw it last week with a Jubilee bracelet. She got a green date just fluted bezel, the works. Beautiful piece. She's fallen in love with it. She was worried. Should I do it? Should I not do it? You get the call. Not everybody jumps when they get the call. You put yourself on the list. Maybe you wanted it. Maybe you didn't want it. She really did want it. But then when she got it, she loved it, which I'm so happy for. Because you got to love the watch. It's really great, Mart says some bracelet stuff I didn't know of. Yeah, bracelets are really cool. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Ray says you're the youngin in the audience at 55 years old. 14. Yeah, it's that's the problem with bracelets. That's the problem. But that's the beauty of a Speedmaster, man. All the NATOs, all the different leather strap variations that you can get. That's the beauty of all of that stuff. My Callan is 56 years young. You bet, baby. Drew B says her name is still to be determined. A couple of three-legged themes: Eileen, Trinity, or K. Can I say I want K? Oh. Oh my God. Short for 5K, her vet bills thus far. Oh, you're an angel, man. Seriously, you are an angel. I know. Listen, man, I should be rich at this point, because I think about, you never think about it. You never, ever think about it. I will say this, many, many, many years ago, when my dog was ill, I went to the hospital. I was, off the road and not really having any kind of money whatsoever. And I had to call my brother and sister and say, hey, I need 10 grand because it was life or death. And I live in New York City, and there's a place here called the Animal Medical Center, which, listen, they saved Laverne's life when she ate poison the first time when she was 3 years old. They kind of refused to do it when she was 13 years old. And I have to live with that. Because she couldn't. She needed more. She needed another blood transfusion. But I mean, you just do that, and I'm grateful that I was able to pull that off and the last couple of months. And I just think you're an absolute legend, man. I just think you're one of the most incredible people in the world. How many people would walk the other way and not do that? And I think God was looking out for that cat and put you guys together. And I like K. I know it's terrible. 5K, yeah. And then the funny thing is, so the original time with the poison and the blood transfusions, the bill was like 17,000 something bucks, whatever. And just for every card in the world and blah blah blah. And this was in 2013, and Laverne had gotten poisoned from a mouse. And she was good. Everything was great. I went in there for she had some digestive issues. I went in there because she had a regurgitation issue. She she had what's known as a small trachea, so she would eat too fast and vomit. So we used to go in there occasionally to sort that out. The next time after that whole thing, like a year later, I went in there, and they were like, "Well, we can't admit her right now. We can't see her right now." I went, "Well, why?" And they're like, "You have an outstanding bill of $9." After I paid that $17,000 bill, somebody must have said, "Oh, this cream or this syringe or this whatever tube, is $9," and they tacked it on my bill. And like, and I looked at her and I said, "You're not going to treat my cat because I owe you $9. Just take my cat and just add it to the bill." She goes, "No, you have to clear it now." So it's a really horrible thing when it comes to the money with the, you know, if you have pet insurance, that's a whole other debate. But you're listen, they know that you're at their, you know, their mercy because they know you're desperate and they know you're panicked and they know you'll do it for the most part. And I've seen people in the waiting room. You know, this place happens to be one of the best hospitals for animals in the world, and they do great work there. The billing thing is something that you don't want to think about, but you have to think about because it's real money. It's your life. It's real stuff. But you, my friend, this was not your pet. This was the animal that you found, and she is forever in your debt, as are we. You're a legend, man. That bracelet, wow. These listen, listen, look what you just got. I know you want that on. You have a beautiful new watch. You have a beautiful watch. These can still be had for a song, these watches, but you can't swap them. That's the only problem. But your bracelet is quite beautiful. I know that there was Speedy Gate because, you know, my friend invented it, you know, and it went viral. And I just watched a YouTube video that a guy serviced his brand new Speedmaster because it was like literally leaving lines and cutting his. Listen, manufacturing, you know, when you have machines and robots doing stuff and you don't have a guy, there should be one final stage where somebody's polishing them out, right? Wouldn't that be the greatest thing in the whole wide world? It should be that at the end. There should be one, it should be a woman, first of all, because multitasking, womankind. Listen, I love men, but you know what? I really trust women when it comes to final products and stuff. Without that, you know, I think a woman inspecting a watch at the end, I think would probably be the smartest thing. There are differences between men and women. And certainly, I think women have a lot of attention to detail. You know, that's why we rely on them for so many great things. That's why they're the mothers of the world. Franco Fiore says, please upvote if you can. It's right down there. Give a thumbs up if you like the chat. If you want to be in the bashers, you want to show off your stuff, you know how to do that, right? Everyone has my email, and I mean everyone. It's basherdirk@gmail.com. Anyone can email me. It doesn't have to be the guy. You want to say hi? Hi. Basherdirk@gmail.com. I answer every email. I don't not answer emails. I answer all of them. You got a Gallery of Bastards? Send it to me. Oh, who cares? I mean, who cares? I do. Basherdirk@gmail.com. That's what you got to do. You know what time it is? It's time for your favorite part of the show where you show off your stuff. We're gonna meet Kay. I'm gonna start saying Kay because I think that's clever and beautiful. And you know what? A reminder that you saved a life, man. You saved a life. Thank you.
The Gallery of Bashtards, send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards, you share them with me, and I share with the world.
And we're going to start right out with Kay. This is Drew B. I'm assuming that's your beautiful wife. Look at this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful ginger lady. Look at all the love and affection she's getting. Look at her heating pad in her beautiful new get used to the place, her beautiful bowls and her food and her water, the nutrients of life. And look at the massive surgery that this beautiful lady, and you know, they're resilient. They can really figure out ways to get around. Drew B, you're just a monster of a person, man. You are just holy macaroni. We love you, man. As he says, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. It's a story, yeah. It's the story of an animal lover's life, man. Story. That's why my sister Pat lives with 16 cats. And I'm not kidding. Hi, Pat. I love you. Everyone in my family, everybody just takes them all in. We've never gone to a pet shop. We've never gone to a dog store or a cat store. They have always been like, oh, I'm wrong. My dad, I grew up with Irish Wolfhounds, which is the largest breed of animals. They're gigantic. You know, like when I was a kid, his head was the same size as me. They're both named Mick. My father had them imported from Ireland. And, you know, we never did that after that. But everyone in my family, my sister Carrie, my brother, Everybody's got scoundrels that they got off the street. It's absolutely incredible stuff. Look at this beautiful lady. You're gorgeous, both of you. Thank you so much. The incomparable Drew B, everyone, and family. Thank you, guys. Oh yes. I might get popped for it, but JC Kingsley sent me the Paul Stanley commercial. Goes when he goes, so something like start your day and the coffee's brewing on the way. Folgers, good to the last drop, or whatever the theme song was. Paul Stanley did a commercial for Folgers coffee. I'm gonna play it. Fuck that. Hold on. Will it play? Will the music play? Hold on. I'm gonna play it. I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? Who Paul's in it? Oh yeah. What the fuck is that? The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Oh my god. JC, I've seen that, but not the one with him in it. Never seen the one with him in it. What is he doing? When you're getting a special cup. Was that when he was doing Phantom of the Opera? Oh my god, you guys kill me now. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. What do you got going on here, Ray Ray? Is this long? It's 5 minutes long, so that's just for me. I'll watch that later. If you're gonna send me videos, make them a minute and shorter. Because there's people here. Now, Poppy, as we all know, had surgery. Are you ready to see the complete recovery? Let me get rid of the comments. So get rid of the banner. Hide that banner, you Dirkus Maximus. Get that out of here. Poppy had her stitches removed from her surgery. Absolutely incredible. Look at you, you beautiful lady. She's playing and frolicking, and everything went well. Congratulations. This responsible pet daddy and mommy. You guys are the best, man. We love you, Poppy. Incredible. Thanks, Poppy. You're so pretty. Pretty lady. Today, okay, lovely day here today. Went out with the wee dogs and took some pics. I hope you're well. From Steve Mack. Let's have a looky poo. Ooh, man. You know where he is. He's in Scotland. Let me tell you something. The other night, what's the name of the guy, the Scottish dude? He was in Cabaret. I find him incredibly annoying. He's just over the top. I forget his name. He's like the gayest guy in Scotland. And everything's this and we this and that. He hosts this show now. It's a reality show where there's a bunch of contestants on the show from reality shows. Turns out my sister's friend from the Real Housewives was on it. Just watching this show going, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. It's like it's like a show for kids, but with adult people, and they're all a little bit slutty. Anyway, this is gorgeous. What is this building? Tell us what it is. Absolutely. That is gorgeous, man. Wow. Alan Cumming. Thank you, Sharon. That's the guy. Yeah, I don't know why. He just irks the crap out of me. And I'll tell you probably why. Many years ago, I used to do sound for this gentleman's bar on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. I did all their microphones, piano, all the stuff. They'd give me a call, something broke, I go in and fix it. Anyway, they're like, Alan Cumming's coming here today, and we have to make sure everything's shipshape. I was like, okay. So I go down there and make sure everything's great. I do a little sound check, make sure the mic sounds sweet, nice little reverb, little room sound. And, I put like a normal SM microphone, which is the classic mic, which is a Shure SM58. I put that up, and he comes in and he's got a fur on and fanfare and all this stuff, and whatever. And I'm talking to the manager, and he goes, "Where is this sound person?" And I was like, "Oh, hi, I'm Dirk. How are you?" He's like, "I don't use that microphone." I said, "Well, what mic do you use?" And he goes, "I use this XYZ." I said, "Do you have one?" He goes, "No, you should have supplied it. You have to tell us how to do it." And he went, he walked away from me. He was going to go do like a little bit of cabaret number, I guess. What is that building, man? It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve, very much. Then the next up, we have Ken. Super Speedy tracks the orbit of the planets. Oh, yeah. Cool. Today is the planetary lineup, if I'm not correct. When the moon is in the 7th house, Jupiter aligns with Mars. Look at this ancient contraption. Unbelievable. Yeah, today is supposed to be the day when, we're going to feel the effects of, gravity, because all of the planets are in line. It's going to create some kind of, I don't know, maybe it'll be the end of the world. Do you know what I found out today? Did you guys know? This is beautiful, man. This is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for this. Did you write me more history on this? Oh, sorry. Let me get rid of that real quick. Go away. Go away. Sorry, no seconds hands, but it does have Earth and celestial globes. It's absolutely gorgeous. Does it make a great painting? I'll put that back up so you can have a better look at it. Beautiful. Here's my friend Steve calling into the show saying hello from Cyclops Land. Steve, as you all know, had a cornea replacement last Wednesday, and unfortunately he has to go back in because it didn't stick. We love you, man. He's watching the show with one eye right now. We love you, man. Get that eye fixed, will you? Because we have coffee to drink. He's my coffee and lunch date in my neighborhood now. Thank you for that beautiful thing. That's Ken. Kitty Tuesday. Oh, look at this. Oh, man. Look at this K lounging. Oh, man. Look at you, you beautiful ladybug. Oh, man. Oh, Drew. Wow. Wow. You're the best. Look at this. Look at her life. This beautiful. Look at the love on this cat's face. She knows, man. She knows. She knows. Beautiful. We love her. It's got to be Kay. It's got to be Kay. Oh, man. That was incredible. Yeah, Sharon, I have it. I'm going to pull it up. You bet I will. Oh, hey, look who's here. Some Bronson action. Big ball of white fur, you giant Maine Coon, you. Look at the fur on you. My goodness gracious. What are you doing there? Having a clean? Oh, look at this. Look, it looks like Bronson. Look at that. Your new place looks great, man. Wow. What size is that TV? My God, that's gigantic. What do you have, like a 75? That's crazy. Look at Bronson. Look at Bronson's tail. What a regal beast, man. Incredible. I want to get a sound bar. Every time I hear sound bars, I'm always so jealous. I have this old Bose. Don't. I don't. I know Bose is mostly crap. But they do make workable things. I have this old thing called the Cinemate, and it's 2.1. I don't need 5.1 in my house. I think it's overkill. And I don't like 5.1 mixes either, because nobody mixes in 5.1. They only mix in 5.1 later. Beautiful Bronson shots. Oh, let me disappear into this wall. No one will notice me. Wow. Oh, man. Beautiful shot. That's your view now? Oh, look at this. What's going on here? Oh, that's your bike? Did you get a chip in it? Huh? What happened? Did you have an accident? What kind of bike is that? It's cool. I don't know what that is. Does it say trekking? Beautiful, man. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy boy, for these pictures. They're all settled in their new home. So glad to hear it. Dean's laughing. Yeah, I know. No kidding. Like, you think I don't know you? You probably have some, whatever the what's the best Radio City Music Hall's sound system. You probably have that. I wouldn't doubt it. Okay. Oh, this is a great shot from Miss Martin, the girl with the ranch, the lady with the ranch, Carolyn Martin here with her Speedmaster. Look at that, her 861 on leather. I mean, listen, does it get, in my humble opinion, because I'm a Speedmaster guy, this is just crazy. I just think it's so beautiful and attainable for modern human beings. You can have that watch and wear that every day and be happy with it for the rest of your life. You can. Listen, I wear my Speedmaster almost every day. On Mondays, Millie Mondays, I do that. Just a thing I do. But listen, I swap watches around, but I wear it. It's so comfortable. It's just so comfortable. Beautiful. Hey, Millie, see, how often do you wear your Millie? What's your daily watch? I'm curious because her and I are like pretty much in the same boat, same taste, all that stuff. How often do you wear your Millie? You wear it a lot? You wear it every day? Yeah. Amazing. Beautiful shot, Carolyn. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh boy, we got a lot going on here today. Oh boy. Boy. Mr. McDermott. This is great. Always fun to see his pictures and always the great quality. Christopher Ward. Look at those blued hands. Gorgeous. Yeah. I just listen, man. I think look at that. Look at the lacquer on that thing. Man, they make beautiful watches. I really have a serious lust for this brand right now. They're amazing. Incredible. Look at that. This is so unique. Angelo, I don't think Angelo's here right now. But if he is, that would appeal to you, wouldn't it? That is so up your street. It's so unique. It's modern. I love it. And I like the crown. It's almost kind of like a grenade crown a little bit. But look at that. That looks like, like a speedometer down there. It's amazing. Look at that. Look at this. Listen. Chris Ward, man. It's no joke. No joke. Great. Yeah, his photography is really... Don't say it's an iPhone. Please don't say that. Melly C says her everyday wear is her Timex or my Tudor North Flag. Oh, okay. Yeah. When I go out and about in the city, yeah, I'm the same way. I'll either wear one of the Peanuts watches or I'll wear a Seiko because I just don't want to get mugged. And our city is such a mess right now. It's dangerous. There's so much crap going on. Beautiful. Oof. Look at that. If you, I think if you wear like an Omega or I don't think you should wear a Tudor in the city either. I just don't think you should. They're spotters. There's people walking around and they're looking, especially in the train stations. It's scary. I know London is like the watch snatch capital of the world right now, but beautiful, beautiful shots. Look at that crazy ass dial. Wow. That's nuts. Angelo is listening. Less is more. Thanks, Dean. Yeah, he usually watches it later. I've installed a bunch of Sonos, Dean. I did the install for that because that was one of my side hustles for the longest time. Doing audio. I set up people's audio visual stuff and computer junk, all that stuff. Yeah, they sound good. Beautiful. What a collection. Thank you, buddy boy. Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Fergal. You know him. You love him. He's got great taste. He's got great shirts, too. Does what he can. A manly watch, too. Oh, look at you. Oh, red breast. You whiskey folks. Beautiful pen, beautiful watch. I don't know anything about cigars. The only thing I know about cigars is, and I think it's kind of funny that everybody's like smoking them now all over the place. It's like when my friend Ricky took me to a leather bar when I was like 19 years old, everybody was smoking cigars trying to be all rawr. And I was just like, it's in like every Tom of Finland sketch. So that's always in the back of my head. Did I ruin it for you? Beautiful shot. Yeah, that or the frog. Meow, see? Muggsy, go around back. Bugsy, go around the front. Courageous cat, you go. Courageous cat! One of the greatest cartoons ever. I don't know if you had Courageous Cat over there on the other side of the pond, but look them up. It's one of the greatest things ever. Absolutely incredible stuff. And then we have a late entry. Nothing's too late. Ooh. Ooh, well, child, we like this action. It's an extract from the archives. Uh-oh. Look at this. Look who signed it, though. Petros Protopapas. Look at that. 2000. Look at that. Beautiful. 1861, baby. Great. Hey, listen, if you can't get the papers, Omega's really great. Rolex is not. Rolex is shitty about it. They're not fun. They're not nice. It's very hard. Omega will do it for you. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Was this in Greece that you had this done? I've never seen anybody sign it other than Reynold recently. You haven't thought about Courageous Cat? The best is the Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse break into the frog's house, and they're about to pull a bank heist, and they're at a table and there's a big cigar, and he's like, Muggsy, you go around front, Bugsy, you go around back, Courageous Cat, you go, Courageous Cat, and boom, the place blows up. Incredible stuff. Great shot, man. Never too late. While I'm still on, man. Gallery of Bashtards stays here, man. I'll do them all until I can. I will indeed. I will indeed. I will indeed. You keep sending me this video, my love, but it's too long, my friend. You sending me a 5-minute video? Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay. This is a short one. I can play this. Okay. To make dolphins horny? Huh, that's pretty cool. The BBC's going to shut me down, though. You know that, right? That's beautiful. So the pufferfish releases a neurotoxin that's meant to ward off their enemies and kill them, but it can't kill the dolphins, so it just makes them high. Time for madness, smoking Mindy madness, madness, smoking Mindy madness. Oh yes, oh yes. When I take the piece of sea cake back from his mouth, oh yes. Look at you, beautiful Minji. She's having a snooze on her purple throne. That must be Melly C's throne, because she's the purple lady, lovely lady. Oh, devil lady, devil cat, devil lady. Oh, you beautiful one. Oh, are you hiding? So, my neighbor Rose, the elderly lady that I take care of, she's got a cat, a stray cat that we don't know the origin of this cat. It comes to her house every day, twice a day, 3 times a day, and it climbs up a fence, jumps over a wall because Dragon Lady removed all the trees. It used to climb up the trees. Don't get me started. But she comes every single day. We think it belongs to somebody in the house behind us that lets it out in the backyard, and the cat so it was so cold last night that she stayed over, And when I went in there this morning to go, for my shopping duties, make sure, coffee, tea, all that stuff's ready to go for her for breakfast. The cat was in there and it saw me and was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm leaving. It was so cold last night. Look at you. Oh, I love that pose. That is the I'm so comfortable pose. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. Mork and Mindy madness. Wouldn't be Bashers without. We love you guys. Thanks so much for sharing as always. And here's James M. Oh, look at this. Okay. Listen, it's Speedy Tuesday, but if you got a sea dweller, why don't you show us that? Oh boy. Oh boy. Nice combo, by the way. Nice combo. Looks great. I like his looks like to me like either a sweater or a cardigan. You gotta be a manly man to pull a sea dweller. You just gotta. Nice Porsche. Panamera. Beautiful. Oh, it's 2 shots. 2 looks. Yeah. It's a beast. That's a beast of a watch, my friend. 2-tone, nonetheless. He's not messing around. I like the combo, man. Very nice. I like the combo. Looks great. Thanks, James M. Hey, oh, here's Mr. Lassick showing off how handsome he is. Looking great. We out sailing. Look at this guy. He's like ripped to shreds. You bastard, you. And a great tan, too. And look at that. What's in the house? Uh-oh, Zenith, baby. Whew. That's a beautiful piece, man. That bracelet, to die for. To die for. To die for. Look at that flat link. Holy macaroni, man. Whoosh. Stud. What else can I say about him? What else can I say about Jim Lassick? Now, here is Steve, my friend Hardcore Shutterbug, and this was Laverne's boyfriend. This is Daryl. You guys have been introduced to him before. Daryl had a little skin affliction where he would lick off all his fur, but it seems to have passed. And he's a beautiful boy. And this was Laverne's boyfriend. They never met, but we used to joke about them being lovers. And wouldn't they make beautiful kittens? Because they're both in the same color pool. Technically, Laverne might have been a calico. She was mostly white with a gray face, but she had one spot of brown under her chin. And that technically would qualify her for being a calico. It would. It absolutely would. And hear about this. Oh my God, you ready for this? It's a great way to end the Gallery of Bastards today. It's look who it is. It's Carabine. Look at you, Sharon's beautiful kitty, upside down, out like a light. Out like a light with the paws up. Paws up. Incredible. Beautiful. Amazing stuff. Thank you, honey. Great shot. Amazing shot. Amazing. Incredible. Thanks for that. Guys, that's the Gallery of Bastards. You guys ruled. Thanks for all the picks today. Amazing.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Melly C says, gorgeous baby girl. Drew B says, I'll submit all your votes for Kay. That's my favorite one, too. Dave Fahrenheit says, she knows when she met you, she had 4 legs. Yeah, well, that had to be done. Gorgeous. Oh, that's great. Eileen isn't bad either. I don't know what that means. What is Eileen? Is that a brand of something I'm unaware of? Dean says that the Sonos Arc is in the photo. I own 2. They're great. Good to know. Joel Farr loves the Speedy on the croc. Sharon says, so lovely. Those great shots. Yeah, they're great shots. Melly C says, don't want to draw attention to myself if I go out and about. It's time, extra Cassia. Smart lady. Smart lady. Smart lady. Yeah, JC Kingsley, the one with the trident second hand. Yeah, that's the Christopher Ward. Incredible shit, right? Absolutely incredible. Joe LaFar hasn't thought about Courageous Cat. You're welcome. I think it sounds like it would be Lalo Schifrin or Henry Mancini. I actually don't know who wrote the theme to that. I'm gonna guess off the top of my head because it's very Peter Gunn, isn't it? And that's Mancini. It's obviously a riff on that, but it's got to be by somebody famous. I'm not sure who wrote the theme song. If you haven't seen Courageous Cat, it's absolutely one of the greatest things ever. J.C. Kingsley got into Danger Mouse for a good while as a kid. Our cartoons were better than their cartoons. Mart's TV's a 65. I can only fit a 55. It's the biggest I can go in the room the only place where my TV can go. That's for now. But in Italia, look out, baby. Because I'm plasma now, but I'll be going OLED. That's for sure. Because there's no other place to go. No other place to go. But yeah. Joe LaFaro with 1990 for Courageous Cat and Other Smiles. Eileen for Drew's Cat. Oh, Eileen. Oh, that's your vote, Eileen. That's my mom's name, Eileen. So I love that name too. But thank you very much. Big bang boom for that. Let's give you a smash. Let's give you a big smash because that's a huge super chat. Thank you. Oh, Johnny Holiday wrote it. Is that you? God, you people are the smartest people in the whole wide world. Well, he did steal it because it's very reminiscent of. It's right, but that was the sound of the time back in the day. Incredible stuff. Anyway, guys and girls, thank you so very much for joining me on this speediest of Tuesday, the Holy Grail watch. Eileen and or K. I vote K. Drew, should I put a poll up on the iBashers about or no? I don't care. It's up to you. You tell me exactly what you think, and it's all fine. But thanks everybody for sharing your time and your beauty with me, and special shout out to Drew B for being the best human of the year so far, 2025. You and your family deserve it. You're an incredible person, and thank you so very much. You absolutely rock the world, and we love K/Eileen, and I think I think we're all smitten by it. Okay. Thank you guys. So remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, do you remember the time Carolyn Martin with 9.99s? Give her a bang. Omega are not doing extracts anymore? Don't say that to me. Is that true? Come on. There's no way that they stopped doing that. I know somebody who just got one. Just got one like in December. So I don't know about that. Maybe it's where you are. Where you are. Up to you. Thanks, everyone. Nah, man. Listen, it's your love. It's your new love. So you get to do what you want. But, God bless you. Yeah, that's right. Melly C says, thanks so much. I almost ended the show, but I didn't. Thanks, everybody. Once again, I want to thank all the people below because you make the world go round, as do the rest of you, with your beautiful contributions to my show, with your pictures, your love, and your goodwill towards man and beast. We love you. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you encounter somebody who's unkind, give them the benefit of the doubt. You don't know what they're going through. They could be a very good person in a very bad way, and they need a little bit of your support. Give them a little room to hang themselves. If not, what else can I say? Just maybe they're, should I say it? Maybe they're just oh, screw it. Fuck them.